Alright, today's video we're going to be talking about banding young birds. So this is going to be a bit of a how-to. Maybe you're new, maybe you've never banded birds before, it's your first time. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to show you my techniques and the best method to band young birds. So let's go ahead and get in the loft. We'll get the young bird out that we're going to be banding today, and I'll show you what you need and how to do it. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so here we are inside the loft, and this is my little picture box that I take pictures of the birds in. This is really simple. I try to keep it as simple as possible. So here's all my bands. You'll notice I took a wire. This is a very thin piece of wire. What I do is when I get the bands, you'll notice they come on a string. So immediately I take this wire and I thread it through all of the bands and I remove the string. So what I'm going to do is take a band, I'm going to slip it on the young bird's leg, and I use this wire to maneuver the back toe, or the thumb if you will, through the band. And I find that this is the best method. Some guys say they use a flight feather, that's good too, but this is the best method for me because the wire is flexible and it's very easy to get behind the back toe of the pigeon. So let me get a band, let's get the bird, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The young bird that we're going to be banding today. So what you want to do is grab your band. This is the band that I'm going to be using. And now I'm just going to take the 3 toes. I apologize, my hands are a little dirty. I was just giving some yellow drops to birds, so that's why my hands are yellow. So you're going to slip it over the knuckle just like this. And now you'll notice the back toe. So I'm going to take the bird. It's going to be hard for me to show this on camera, and I'm going to pull the back toe through just like that. Now this bird is about 6 days old, so I was able to get the back toe through the band very easily. So what I was mentioning earlier is if you ever have a problem with getting the bird's toe through, you can actually take the piece of wire and slip it behind there, and then you can work it through. So what you want to do is you want to put the wire around the back toe and then kind of gently work the toe through the band, and it pops right out. It works well. I don't like using the flight feather because it's not as flexible as this wire. This wire is very maneuverable. You can really maneuver a lot with it, and very gently. This way you don't damage the bird's toe, of course. So there's the first youngster banded. I'm gonna get this guy back in the nest. So a very common question in the pigeon sport, what is the best age to band young birds? So ideally, a lot of guys are gonna say 8 days old. My rule of thumb is always 6 days. I like 6 days because 6 days that knuckle is not fully developed as much as it would be obviously in 8 days. So you have those two days before 8 days, you're better off. This way you can slip the band over. You get the back toe through the band perfectly, no headaches. The only thing is you have to be mindful that the birds might try to maneuver the band off the leg, so you just have to watch, check the nest, check the birds every day, make sure that the bands are still on their legs. So I'd say 6 days is my personal preference to band. Always 6 days, because I like to put as little stress as possible on the young bird and you don't risk breaking toes. I've seen guys try to put plastic over, try to do the Vaseline method. You end up breaking the bird's toe. It's not worth it. Just mark your dates down when the birds hatch, count your 6 days, and try as much as you can to get it on time. This way you don't damage the bird's foot, don't break toes, and you don't stress the bird out. So that's my preferred age of banning birds.